bayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang mag-ibig, kaya sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong pagaw, ay hinatang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagtitindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magtitindig. Lupa ng araw ng walhagit pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya ng pagkay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
God's blessings may come as a surprise, and how much you receive depends on how much your heart can believe. May you be blessed beyond what you expect. A pleasant day to all SLTCians. I am your college dean, Dr. Edith Lodado, and very much honored and pleased to be part of this orientation on the tertiary education subsidy. My dear students, may I give you a glimpse of what is Republic Act 10931, or what we call the Universal Access to Quality Tertiary Education. This Republic Act was signed by President Rodrigo Roa Duterte on August 3, 2017. An act promoting universal access to quality tertiary education by providing free tuition and other school fees in state universities and colleges, local universities and colleges, and state-run technical vocational institutions, by establishing this tertiary education subsidy and student loan program, strengthening the Unified Student Financial Assistance System for tertiary education appropriating fund, therefore, as stated in the title of the law. What are the program under Republic Act 10931? They are the free higher education, the free textbook education and training, tertiary education subsidy, student loan program. Our orientation today will speak on tertiary education subsidy, or TES. Who can avail of TES? The tertiary beneficiaries for the tertiary education subsidy are the continuing ESGP PA scholars and the SUCs effective as academic year 2018-2019. Students who are part of household included in the listahanan 2.0, rank according to the estimated per capita household income, and a student not part of the listahanan 2.0, rank according to estimated per capita household income, based on submitted documentation of proof of income, and which will be determined by the UNIFAST board. Provided further that such prioritization shall apply to Filipino students in cities and municipalities with no existing SUC or LUP campus. You are very lucky, my dear students, because you qualified in the requirements stated. What are the conditions if you are already a test grantee? The TES grants can only enroll in the following: undergraduate course program in any SUC campus that has board approval, undergraduate course with certificates of program compliance in chair-recognized looks, an undergraduate course with government recognition in private institutions listed in the UNIFAS Registry of Quality Assured Institutions and Program. Now, my dear students, if you are invited in this orientation, you have to congratulate yourself because you met the other requirements before you can be officially called TES beneficiary or grantee. Now, what are the benefits of the TES grantees? You will be given allowance for books, supplies, transportation, and miscellaneous personal expenses, including a reasonable allowance for the documented rental or purchase of personal computer or laptop and other education-related expenses, an allowance for room and board costs incurred by the student. Students enrolled in private SEIs and TBIs are entitled to the same benefits. Tuition and other school fees, which shall be equivalent to the tuition and other school fees of the nearest SUP in state-run TBI in the respective area. Allowance for books, supplies, transportation, and miscellaneous personal expenses, including a reasonable allowance for the documented rental of purchase of personal computer or laptop and other education-related expenses, and allowance for room and board costs incurred by the students. There are additional benefits for TES beneficiaries in a program requiring professional license or certification. Students enrolled in programs requiring professional license or certification will be given the one-time cost of obtaining the first professional credentials or qualifications, which may include notarial fees, review classes fees, insurance premium fees, and documentation fees. Now, may I reiterate to our graduating student beneficiaries that may I encourage you to enroll in your review classes after graduation because your fees are included in the TES grants. Or in short, if you pay the review classes fees, that will be reimbursed to you after you present the official receipt. So my dear 812 SLTCFPI beneficiaries, you can now shout out to the world that you are blessed because you are counted to the blessing showered by the Lord through our President Rodrigo Duterte and the Chairman of the Commission on Higher Education, Dr. Prospero de Vera. SLTCians, as my challenge, you have to pay back these blessings by way of making good or be an excellent student of SLTCFPI. Be the model to all our young generations because the knowledge you will gain will lead you in fulfilling your dreams. And generally, you will be a good citizen of the world. So friends, this time, you will be oriented through a video clips on how and where you are going to avail of the blessings that you will be enjoying until you finish your course. To one and all, my heartfelt congratulations, good luck, and God bless.
The world today is facing so much challenges, conflicts, and social changes. In order for us to cope in this kind of society, we need to have this strong and powerful weapon, and that is the education. Good day everyone, I'm your TES Focal or the Scholarship Coordinator of Southern Luzon Technological College Foundation Pilar Incorporated, Regina Salvacion. Welcome you to our Landbank TES card orientation. Our government introduced the universal access to quality tertiary education, or also known as the Republic Act number 10931. So this was signed by our President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. This act provided free tuition and other school fees for state universities and colleges, local universities and colleges, and foresees subsidies for private higher institutions. It is intended to give underprivileged Filipino students a chance to earn a college degree. To TS grantees of SLTCFPI, congratulations, you are so lucky to have this privilege. Napakaswerte po ninyo. Dahil sa programang ito ng ating gobyerno, matutupad at mabubuo na ninyo ang mga hangarin at mga pangarap na babago ang estado ng inyong buhay. Makapagbigay ng malaking ambag para sa pagpapaunlad ng ating bansa. At mahaharap ang lahat ng hamon ng ating mundo. So for this second semester, academic year 2020-2021, the TES fund will be given directly through Landbank TES card. So paano po ba makakuha ng Landbank Mastercard? Kailangan lang mag-online application sa Unifast portal. So after this po, we will play a video clip of the overall process on how to apply for Landbank TS card at kung papaano ang pag-input online ng inyong personal information sa Unifast portal. So please watch this video.
Hi, I'm Andrew Bigafria. I'm the OIC for Field Operations and Partnerships and also handles the ICT team. Today, I'm gonna show you the application process for the Landbank TES card. So, ipapakita ko po sa inyo yung overall process on how we apply for the Landbank TES card. And then, ipapakita ko din sa inyo yung mismong Unifast portal kung saan tayo mag-a-apply. So let's proceed. Ito po yung overall na application process natin. Bali 6 steps lang po siya. And I'll go through each one of them. In the first step po, Unifast will provide yung mga grantees natin. Po-provide po ng Unifast yun ng credentials, ng username and password. Para yun po yung gagamitin ng mga grantees to access the Unifast portal. Yung mismong credentials, ibibigay po namin sa aming mga regional coordinators. And then yung regional coordinators, ibibigay po yun sa mga schools. And yung school na po yung magbibigay sa mga estudyante natin, sa mga grantees natin. Ibibigay po natin today, after ng orientation, yung mga credentials ng mga bata. Although continuing grantees lang po muna yung makaka-receive ng credentials since yung mga new grantees natin ng TES, ongoing pa po yung validation para sa kanila. So in the second step, after yung grantee makaka-receive siya ng credentials, gagamitin niya yung username and password dun to access the Unifast portal. And then, doon na siya sa Unifast portal mag-a-apply. And then after that, fill up niya yung mga required information doon for the application, necessary for the application. And then after that, masasabit niya na yung application niya. And with that application, ipaprocess po yan ng Unifast. In the third step, ipaprocess po yan ng Unifast. And then, it will conduct validation and verification. And also, itatransfer sa Landbank for processing ng application nila. And when Landbank approves the application, Landbank will email a link sa bata or sa grantee na nag-apply, a link of the Mastercard Integrated Card Holder Portal. With that, using that link, yun po yung gagamitin ng bata to activate Landbank TES card na account. Once activated na po, the grantee will receive a notification na pwede nila makuha yung Landbank TES card niya. After the application was approved and after the account and after the Landbank TES card was activated, manonotify na po yung bata na pwede na niyang kunin yung Landbank TES card niya. Pwede niyang i-claim either through the Landbank branch near him or her or through the school. Depende po kung anong nilagay ng bata doon sa application. And lastly, after na ma-receive na ng bata yung Landbank TES card, doon na po i-credit ng Landbank yung mismong TES grant ng bata. Para diretso na po, directly and safely na po ma-receive ng bata yung kanyang TES through the Landbank TES card. So that's the overall process po. A brief introduction lang po on the Landbank TES card. I won't go into detail since our Landbank counterparts will explain it further. But just to provide you context before going to the actual Unifast portal, so first and foremost, what is the Landbank TES card? Ito po, ang Landbank TES card, isa po itong electronic prepaid card na ito po yung gagamitin in order to receive TES stipends. So with this, directly and safely na po marireceive ng bata ang kanyang TES. And the prepaid card can also be used for ATM withdrawals, for payment of purchases, either through point of sale or even through e-commerce where MasterCard is accepted. Anyway, so what are the main features of the Landbank TES card? Ito po ay i-discuss further ng ating Landbank counterparts. And then, yan po yung MasterCard Integrated Card Holder Portal kung saan ma-activate ng bata yung kanyang Landbank TES card. And this will also be discussed further by our Landbank counterparts. So, the question is, where can I claim my Landbank TES card? Saan ba pwedeng ma-claim yung Landbank TES card? So, after the application, after na mag-apply ng bata through the Unifast portal, pwede na pong ma-claim either through the Landbank branches near the grantee or even through the school. Depende po kung anong nilagay ng bata doon sa application niya, kung saan niya gustong kunin. As long as when claiming, ipe-present po ng grantee yung any valid ID, may it be school ID or other government-issued ID po when claiming. So this is a frequently asked question po na palagi naming nare-receive. Laging tinatanong, what if my existing Landbank card or account na yung bata? Kailangan pa rin bang kumuha? Yes, the answer is yes. All TES beneficiaries are required to enroll for the Landbank TES card. Kahit yung may mga existing Landbank card na. Why? Because this project, yung Landbank TES card project, is a partnership between Landbank and CHED and Unifast. Because itong Landbank TES card lang po, ginawa lang po ito ng Landbank for the purpose of receiving TES. So, ginawa ng Landbank ito para may way yung mga grantees natin, yung mga estudyante natin to easily receive the TES grants. Although, yung prepaid card naman, magagamit natin kahit sa anong transactions as will be explained, the features will be further explained by our Landbank counterparts. But the TES grants lang po, doon lang po papasok sa Landbank TES card. And hindi na po sa ibang card. How do I load funds on my Landbank TES card? There are 3 ways. Pwede pong through Landbank or any Landbank branches or any Landbank agent banking partners or through the LinkBiz portal or through the Landbank mobile banking app. Ayan, I won't go into details na po sa mga ibang questions dito since ibibigay naman po ito na infographics sa ating schools. So how do I apply for a replacement? May mga apat tayong documents dyan or more, depende po sa situation. And so, for more questions and concerns, you may call these hotlines po or you may message us at Unifast Official. Let's proceed to the actual Unifast portal where the grantee would apply. So, pupunta tayo sa unifast.gov.ph. After that, ito na po yung website ng ating Unifast. And then pupunta po tayo dito sa portal, i-click po natin yan. And then we would click the Landbank MasterCard Prepaid Card Application. Ayan, click natin yan. So, as I've said earlier, Unifast will provide the credential sa bata. So, once the grantee will receive the credential, yung username and password po na yun na binigay ng Unifast, yun po yung i-input niya dito sa username and then sa password. Which is, nalagay ko na po yung sa akin. So, lalagin ko na lang po. Click the login. And then, ito po yung marireceive niya. Kailangan po natin mag-agree sa terms and conditions. Agree lang po. And then, maglaland po siya dito na page. Which is a very important information and instructions para sa bata when filling up the form. Ayan. Kailangan basahin and kailangan intindihin ng grantee ito to avoid any inconveniences in the future. After that, kung nabasa na ng grantee yan, click niya lang po yung Landbank form. After that, ito po yung sinasabi ko kanina. So makikita po natin dito, may option po yung bata. Kung gusto niyang i-pick up sa school niya, which is automatically detected po sa ating system, pwede niyang i-check yan. Once check yan, pwede niyang i-pick up. Mapipick up niya po yung Landbank TES card niya doon sa school niya. May option din yung bata. Pwede niyang i-pick up sa nearest Landbank branch po. So for example, I'm in Northern Mindanao. I'll click that. And then, for example, the nearest branch is the Cagayan de Oro. The grantee can proceed now on filling up the personal information na fields. As you can see po, may mga fields na po tayo na na-filled up dito, which is automatically detected by our system based on the previous data ng ating TES grantee. So the grantee will fill up the first name, fill up niya yung middle name niya, and then yung last name niya, and then the date of birth, and all of this information po, marital status, place of birth, fill niya po yan, ID number, and sa teen po, if wala pong teen yung bata, pwede pong ilagay is N/A. And then the mother's name, mother's middle name, and mother's last name. And then ito po, very important, when uploading your picture, click nyo lang po yung select na image, and then piliin nyo na po yung file, and pwede nyo pong i-crop. Ayan. Very important po na JPEG file yung i-upload natin since our system won't accept any file types po. So kahit pa PNG yan or GIF, hindi po i-accept ng system natin yan. JPEG file lang po. So let's be cautious on that. Upload po natin yon. For the ID, upload natin yung ID na front image. Same po, JPEG pa rin na file. Attach po natin. And same for the back part of our ID, upload din po natin na JPEG file po. Ayan. So after na fill up na po ng ating grantee, itong mga required information, let's proceed to the address. Let's select the province. Kung manonotice niyo po, automatically po na-detect yung zip code, and then the city, and then the barangay, and the house number. So yung zip code po, automatic po siyang nag-detect. Pag once you select the province, automatic po siyang automatic po siyang nag-i-input dyan. However, may exception for Metro Manila na province, kailangan po nating manually i-input po pag you're in Metro Manila na province. So, dito sa permanent address din, pwede mong i-check yan kung same lang naman ng address. Pwede mong i-check yan. But if iba po yung preset address nyo, pwede pong baguhin yan. Pwede nyo pong specific na ilagay kung ano pong address nyo. But for example, the grantee, the same lang yung permanent address niya with the present address. I-check nyo lang po yan. And then with the contact information, ito po, very critical na ilagay po natin yung last 10 digits lang po ng ating number. So start with 9 and then the number po. And let's also put our email address, a very critical information. Iwasan po natin na yung email na gagamitin natin is madaming special characters or my special characters like dash or any special characters or unique characters. In our pilot testing, may mga instances po na may mga na-rejected na application because ang reason sa system na nare-reject po yung mga special characters. So, in email address, yung special characters, iwasan po natin, even in our names and in our mother's names. Yun po yung usual na napapansin namin sa pilot testing na nare-reject. It's very important that the student review the information to avoid inconveniences for in the application. So, after that, once na okay na po kayo doon, na-review na po, na-finalize nyo na po yun, i-click nyo lang po yung save na button. After that, masasave na po yung information nyo. Kung sure na po kayo sa information nyo, click nyo na po yung finalize. Yan. And then, click nyo po yung continue kung finalize nyo na po talaga. Take note po, once you click continue, hindi nyo na po may edit yung mga fields doon. Ma-finalize na po siya. Make sure that the information na provided are correct. So once you click continue, ito po yung lalabas. You already finalized your information and you can now view the generated form. Pwede nyo i-click yan. Ito po. Ito na po yung magiging copy ninyo. Ito po yung magiging personal copy nyo. Pwede nyo po ipakita yan when claiming at the Landbank branch. Ito po yung generated na forms na finalapan nyo. For your copy na lang po ito. So that's it. After po yan, pag nakita nyo po ito, that means na your application is now being processed na po. So just a recap, a very important note lang po. When filling up the form, ito po, yung i-upload po natin na file, only JPEG or JPEG file, yung .jpeg po na file formats, yung accepted lang po na ating system. And then next, iwasan po natin yung special characters like dash and dot in the grantee's name and even in the mother's name. to avoid po yung inconveniences sa ating application. Yun po yung nagiging cause na nare-reject yung application ng bata. So if grantee has no TIN number, pwede niya i-type yung N/A in the TIN field. And in address part, kung Metro Manila siya na province, dapat niya pong manually i-input yung correct zip code. And then in the mobile number, yung last 10 digits only lang po yung pwede niyang i-input. And then in the email address, iwasan po natin yung dash or any special characters since yun po yung our testing din po, yun po yung nagiging cause ng rejection ng application or naging invalid yung email. Let's be safe and just input the email po na less yung mga ganong characters. So after that, if all necessary fields are filled up, click Save and then Finalize to generate the application form. So when you click the Finalize button, hindi nyo na po may edit yung information ninyo. So make sure na you review and review the information na correct po talaga lahat ng information na nilagay po ninyo. And then ito po, after po ng application, what happens is yung application nyo po, ipaprocess po yun ng Unifast. After that, ipapasa po namin sa Landbank, which is ipaprocess din po nila yung application nyo. Landbank will give us the list kung sino po yung na-approve na application and sino po yung na-rejected. Maybe because may mga mali po or errors sa kanilang mga required information. And we will give that list also to the school, to your school, so that the grantee can know kung approve ba yung application niya or rejected ba. And also, pwede din makita ng estudyante yun through, since may credentials na po yung grantee, pwede na po yung tingnan sa kanyang Unifast portal kung na-approve ba yung application niya or na-rejected ba yung application niya. Once rejected, marireset po yung information nyo and you can edit again. So to make sure and to correct yung mga errors ninyo, and pwede niyo pong ma-correct yun and pwede niyo pong ma-finalize yung information so that your application would be resubmitted po and will be processed po immediately again. So basically, yan po yung Unifast portal natin and yan po yung process on how we apply for the Landbank TES card. So hopefully, sa ating mga grantees na nanonood and sa ating mga HEI focals, hopefully nakuha po natin kung paano po yung run through natin ng portal and hopefully naiintindihan po natin since those are very critical information po when we apply for the Landbank TES card. For your questions and clarifications po, let's reserve it for the open forum later. And thank you for listening and see you on the open forum. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for attending our Landbank TS card orientation for online application. Since most of our TS grantees has poor internet connection, our school decided to have an scheduling. So magkakaroon po ng scheduling para sa mga estudyante na pupunta dito sa school. Dahil po dito sa school kayo mag-online application. So napanood nyo naman sa video na medyo maselan po ang pag-input ng inyong mga personal information. So dapat meron pong mag-assist sa inyo. So maghintay po kayo ng inyong schedule which will be posted on our SL group page. At kung kayo po ay na-schedule, kailangan pumunta sa school dahil po ang Unifast portal is open only on Monday to Thursday. Close for exporting for Friday to Sunday. So, ibig sabihin, Monday to Thursday lang po ang ating scheduled days. So, kailangan, pag na-schedule po kayo, kailangan pumunta sa school. Okay po, kung may mga katanungan po o may mga gustong linawin, just call or message me at this number 0948-703-2988 for Smart and 0926-013-6213 for Globe, or email me at reginabarbecho15@gmail.com or on my FB account Regina Barbecho. So again, this is your TS focal person Regina B. Salvacion. Thank you and God bless.